Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It is a beautiful Thursday afternoon here where I am, hot afternoon. It's almost like summer today, not for long. Something wicked is coming this way again tomorrow. Something wicked, well not wicked, but something rather weird turned up at the 4th of July parade in Montecito, and that was the entire Parkles family, Mom, Dad, Archie and Lilibet, all in one place at the same time, allegedly. A lot of people are disputing that and saying it's all photoshopped and body doubles and all that kind of stuff. We will ask about that. But as far as I could tell, in my inexpert opinion, it looked like Harry with that grumpy expression and the shirt half tucked in, just like the shirt was half tucked in the other day when he popped up with Meghan outside that Bill office complex in Montecito. Meghan looked like Meghan. Archie looked like the child that we know as Archie we've seen before. Lilibet looked like the same Lilibet we've seen before in that photo, we think, Photoshop picture by Nissen Harriman. He has a track record of photoshopping Parkles pictures. Same child, very much a Markle looking child with ginger hair. Unfortunately scraped into those two raggedy pigtails. Poor girl. And no fault of her own, but really not the best hairdo for a little girl, in my opinion. I'm not trying to shame her at all. I'm shaming the mother. The red shoes that Harry was wearing when he was a child of the same age or thereabouts. So there they were, 4th of July parade in Montecito. Backgrid took the shots, and you know when Backgrid takes the shots, most likely they have been phoned and invited to come along and take the photos. The only photo they did not take, those were of Harry and Lilibet. Proof of concept, proof of life. Obviously, Parkles been reading people demanding to know where he is and where she is. The only one that wasn't Backgrid was the one of all four of them. Meghan was crouching on the ground with Archie. No sign of security, so obviously quite safe to be out and about in Montecito. Not safe to go back to the UK and go to royal occasions. You need, armed bodyguards for that. But anyway, that is what happened on the 4th of July, just coincidentally while King Charles was doing official business, very important state business, royal business in Edinburgh. But never mind that. I'm sure it was just a coincidence, the timing. I'm using the Curious Cats Tarot, Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot, for this Celtic cross that I'm going to do. I want to look at this because we have barely seen the children in all the time that they have allegedly been around. Now suddenly they're out and about. Neil Sean did warn about this a while back. He said, last resort, expect the children to be wheeled out. Basically, they've got nothing left, Harry and Meghan. So they're hoping they can pique our interest with this. I suppose they're hoping that Netflix will suddenly say, oh yes, you can do Netflix too with the kids, because everyone's so fascinated. I don't think people are fascinated. I think they've moved on. I think that ship sailed. It's too late now, really, unless the kids do something extraordinary at some point, and hopefully in a good way for their sake, not a terrible way. But anyway, I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm going to have a look and see what's going on. Why now? Why suddenly now? What's the problem in the Parkles world? Tom Bauer said they've had the worst week ever, the week from hell. They've been holed up in Montecito trying to brainstorm, trying to come up with something. And what they've come up with so far, to clap back at all the negative publicity they've been getting, is two pap walks starring themselves and Backgrid. And anyway, so we're going to find out how this new approach is going to go. Are people going to be mesmerized and fascinated by these children? Are we going to see more? Is this the new way forward for the Parkles, and what's going to happen? And how individually each of them feel about this. Harry, he looked sour. Is he okay with basically, I don't want to say selling his children, but I'm sure money changes hands for those photos. I don't think it's all just Backgrid benefiting from it. How does he feel? How does Meghan feel? We're going to find out what's going on. We're also going to ask a question about whether there's something dodgy going on, if there was some fakery involved. So that's what's happening here with the Celtic Cross with Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. I have to remind you, because especially children are involved, that this is tarot for fun and entertainment, or just my opinion or speculation. We read archetypal energy here involving the royal families, and disclaimer in the box below. There we have it. We've got our underlying energy. I don't know if you can see it. I'm scooch it along once I've scooched everything else along. Our underlying energy is, unfortunately, and I'm saying unfortunately because we've got children here and they don't deserve whatever is happening to them. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That is money problems. As a lot of people have been speculating, first and foremost, money is too tight to mention, and Parkles having to merge their kids, basically, is that to pay the mortgage? I don't know, but the 10 of Pentacles in reverse is a very serious financial card. A lot of financial worry there, debt, struggles to make ends meet in their world, not my world and your world, but into their terms. Can they afford a private jet? You know, that kind of world. Can Meghan buy a new face? I'm being sarcastic. I'm entitled to be sarcastic. I'm expressing my opinion. And then, of course, the other thing is with the 10 of Pentacles, that's the royal family, the lineage, the succession, the generations, the castles, all of that stuff. Cut out. Don't belong there anymore. These are children that have no connection with the royal family. The parents now have no connection with the royal family. They don't own a home in the UK. They don't have any business in the UK apart from endless litigation with Harry. We'll look at that again, the Alice in Wonderland litigation that he's involved in now, when I can stomach it. But 10 of Pentacles in reverse is a very tricky predicament that the Parkles find themselves in. So why now? The 10 of Pentacles has kind of answered that for me. What's going on? Let's put that card back around. What is going on? King of Cups in reverse. As I said, Charles was busy with royal business, and so that's a bit of a we're going to steal your thunder, we're going to upset you while you're busy doing royal business in Edinburgh. Look, here are the grandchildren that you don't have access to, you don't have any relationship with, because you wouldn't apologize to us and say you were wrong and everyone was wrong and we were right, and poor Meghan was so badly treated by the royals, and so has been, and all the rest of it. I think it's very directly aimed at King Charles, but there are two King of Cups grandfathers here. Of course, there's Thomas Markle as well. There's Cancerian and a Scorpio grandfather. So both of these men, these elderly men, are being targeted with this. So why now? It's to hurt, it's to wound, and it's to steal thunder from what is going on in the UK with Charles still in his honeymoon period with the British public, really trying to consolidate his position. And they're out there saying on Independence Day, and we did last see Archie, I think it was in Wyoming, for Independence Day last year. So it's very pointed that they're going to celebrate America's independence from England, from Britain, from the Crown. It's a dig at that King of Cups. It's a very pointed dig. But what, from the Parkles' point of view, what is upsetting them, crossing them? Ooh, we've got the devil. The devil. A lot of people, it's in reverse. A lot of people are saying that they have been given instructions, or Meghan has been given instructions from the William Morris Agency, from Ari Emanuel, not to pull the tiger's tail, not to upset the royals, not to go after them. That has not been a winning formula. It's offended people. It's put people off them, the Parkles as a couple. They just seem so sour and mean-spirited and ugly and whingers. That's what they've come across as. So it tells me with the devil in reverse that somehow they're trying to portray themselves differently now as a family, out and about doing normal family things. Something that, of course, the Waleses excel at, something that is not really the strong point, I would say, my opinion, of either Harry or Meghan. But they're trying to portray a non-devil family image now. And look at us, we're still together. You're all talking about divorce, or that Harry has left and gone. Another blind item about that he's stepped away from home again. But never mind that. Don't believe that. Don't look over there. Look over here where we're pointing. See how happy we are. United family. We're doing all American family things. We are not the devils. We are not toxic. We are not obsessed. We are not negative. We are not deceptive. We are not lying. All of those things. That's the devil. It's a big, big, big card. Devil in reverse. Stop behaving like you have been behaving. Behave like regular people behave. Those are the instructions, in my opinion, that they are acting on, and that's why. Hidden energy here. Just asking, was there anything dodgy about any of this? Or is there anything that is the wool being pulled over our eyes in some way or other, more than usual? Shall we qualify that with? We got the Page of Cups in reverse. That's a child card. Page of Cups in reverse. So people are free to interpret that however they want to. Watching this Page of Cups in reverse, it's in particular for me, it's a little girl child. That little girl child, who is that little girl child? You could read that card that way. I'm giving you all permission to interpret that card however you wish to. It's not showing me Harry and Meghan as not there physically, or someone else role playing for them, shall we say. I'm not getting that idea. Also, Page of Cups in reverse. It's just a message that's a sorrowful message. So it's also part of this, you didn't apologize, because Page of Cups traditionally is an apology. You didn't apologize to us, now we're going to make you feel sorry. So that, for me, more than the first interpretation, which I've said you are free to interpret yourselves if you feel so inclined. It's possible. It's there as a potential in that Page of Cups in reverse. Also, this is the way I'm more inclined to go myself. Because I do believe that there are two children, and there might be some weird things around them legally and whatever, but I believe more that this is a message to the royals of, now you're really going to regret it. You're going to be sorry because you don't have access to these children. See, we're happy. You think we're not happy, but here we are, but actually really they're not. So a lot of things in that card, including a question mark over Little Miss Red Shoes. But for me, I tend to go more as this is an accusation at the royals, intended to hurt. What is their focus, their obvious focus goal with it? That's hidden energy. What is really going on here? What are they trying to accomplish? We got the Three of Cups in reverse. I think they're trying to clap back at all these people who are saying that they are not happy together. Look at us, here we are, just normal people celebrating with everyone else. We're just doing what normal people do on a day of celebration. Three of Cups, party day, happy day. But it's trying to convince everybody that they really are happy, but really they aren't happy because it's the Three of Cups in reverse. So again, I think messaging people. It's interesting that emotions are coming out here. We've got King of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. A lot of signaling about emotions, but it's all in the reverse. So whatever they are putting on display, they are putting on, you can read it as actually the opposite is going on behind the scenes. So really they are unhappy, I would say. That's my opinion from that card, despite the fact they're trying to convince us we are all wrong, to say that they are unhappy and they've fallen out and they've been abandoned by all their friends. There were some big celebrity events over the weekend, big parties, big things going on. They were not invited. That's also Three of Cups in reverse. It left out of huge big celebrity events and trying to pretend, well, we don't care because we're just this cute little family doing what cute little families do over holiday weekends. Anyway, what's been going on in the recent past with this little family and with the children? 10 of Cups, we've been pretending. We've been pretending we are so happy, that we're so loved up, we're so together, we're just living the perfect life. We know that, we see it constantly, we hear it endlessly all over the place. So that's a bit of a boring card for me as a tarot reader. Let's look into the future, into the immediate future, and what is coming towards this little family. What is going to happen next? Are we going to see more of these events? We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. This story isn't going to fly. Something else is going to happen that's going to block the story. They're trying their best to put out this narrative, this 10 of Cups thing, and aren't we cute and aren't we normal and aren't we regular, but it's not going to fly. People are not going to believe it. Either that, or it's just not going to get the notice and the attention that they want it to. Because Ace of Wands is about PR, it's about publicity, dynamic forward movement, progress, but it's in reverse. So whatever they're trying to achieve with this new, let's all be out in public together and show how cute we are and normal, it's not going to fly. People are not going to fall for it. Maybe newspapers aren't going to bother with it. It's too boring. It's too implausible, knowing what we know, seeing with the evidence of our own eyes. We see how unhappy Harry looks in particular. But there might be something else that stops this for some reason, that stops this forward momentum. Deals that fail, Tig that doesn't get resurrected, Africa project that doesn't get off the ground, all those kinds of things that could just smack them down somehow. With this new thing isn't going to fly, as I keep saying. And looking at them individually now, how do they feel about this? How does Harry feel about having to actually merge his children? Call backward. I'm sure he knows. 9 of Wands. Yeah, that's a cat that fell in the water. This is very uncomfortable for him. It's a defensive energy, the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is you're harmed in some way. You're battered and bruised. Things haven't gone your way. You're really tired and cowed and bloodied. And how much more do you have to endure? And he's thinking, how much more do I have to endure? Mummy Diana told Megan to tell me that everything was going great and we're just doing exactly the right thing. I'm being snarky, but that's the story that's going around, and I have looked at it. That's the rumor, and yet here I am having to dangle my kids for the press. The one thing that I never wanted to do, because that's what I felt that the royals were doing to me when I was little. Wearing little red shoes. So he feels very exposed. He doesn't like it. He would like the barriers back up, because it's a card about barriers and about lines you don't cross, the 9 of Wands. This was a thing that he never wanted to do. 9 of Wands is really, I've put these barriers up around me, and I'm not going to emerge, I'm not going to shift from that place that I have made my last stand in. It's making your last stand about something you feel strongly about, but something that you've really been hurt over. And so he is very uncomfortable. He's very unhappy with this. That is not a happy cat. A cat in the environment at least wants to be in. A cat in water. That's Harry, the place he least wants to be. How does Madame feel about this? Has she finally got her way, the thing she always wanted? Oh yeah, absolutely. Catching. Wheel of Fortune. She's been, through this poor cat. This poor cat just got kicked just about off the tarot table by the Wheel of Fortune. How symbolic. The Wheel of Fortune, this is oh happy day. Finally, I can launch that range of kids' clothes that I've been working on secretly with whoever, because there's lots of rumors about what are those box things that you buy and they curate for you, and you get this once a month. You get this box of lovely things, children's clothes. So it seems an easy one to do. children's books, whatever, that kind of stuff. This is money. This is opportunity. This is divine timing for Megan. This is a happy, happy moment because she's saved. Now she can really get to work and do the thing that she knows how to do and monetize her children. That is my opinion. Reading tarot cards for entertainment purposes. He, on the other hand, cannot believe it has come to this, but of course I'm sure she has managed to, well, she has persuaded him, because there he was, and Backward was not taking photos of Megan and Archie, it was taking photos of Harry and Lilibet. So deep breath. Hopes and fears for the Parkles with this latest stunt, and it was a stunt. 5 of Cups. They're worried that this isn't going to work with the 5 of Cups, that people aren't going to believe it, that they are going to believe the evidence of their own eyes rather, and that Harry looks so miserable, and these children, we still don't see these children, we don't see them in real life, live. We see them only photographed from angles where you can't see their face, you can't see them running about and doing normal children things with their parents. It's all very staged and it's all very forced. That's why people are so convinced it's fake, and they go around looking for evidence, checking it, and I completely support them for going and looking for evidence to prove that it's fake. I happen to think not quite in this case, but that's just my opinion. 5 of Cups is just it's that they're also fearing that they're going to at some level regret this, interestingly, and one day they are going to regret this, because one day kids are going to turn around and say, you left the royal family because you didn't like all the publicity and all the exposure and exploiting children and all the rest of it, and yet then you did exactly the same to us. How about that? Made us wear silly red shoes and all the rest of it. So they've got some things to answer for later on, and that's always the way with parents and children. And I'm going to start laughing. Let's not laugh. 5 of Cups is not a happy card, and they are worried about this. They're worried about it right now, that people are going to see through it and think, well, they're just 4 very unhappy people, or in future live to regret the day that they decided to basically merge their children, because that is my opinion. That is what they really are essentially doing, because Backward is involved. Outcome of this latest stunt, just in general, is this the way forward? Are we going to see lots of kids? Doesn't look like it with 8 of Wands in reverse, but what's going to happen? 3 of Wands, we're going, this is a business model. As I was saying with Megan and this Wheel of Fortune, this is a business opportunity. This is, okay, the ship has been launched, and we started this new thing, and now let's hope it grows and expands. They're waiting to see if people are, oh, aren't they cute? Cute little red-haired Lilibet. Yes, I would buy something that I saw her wearing, or cute little Archie or whatever. So this is business, and this is hope and expectation, waiting for this to bear fruit, waiting for that ship to come back with gold ingots on board, for instance. And so definitely a business opportunity, but something is blocking it. 8 of Wands in reverse, something is blocking it. Not sure what, but I think it's just general boredom and apathy, and who cares, and we don't believe it, and really there's more interesting children around that we would rather see, because we relate to them. That is my interpretation of that card. But anyway, she's on her way, and the wheel is rolling. She thinks off to make her fortune. Finally, Harry, the cat that fell in the water, not happy. So there it is. That's it. And thanks for watching. And I will hopefully see you on the next one.